The number one question I get asked when it comes to creating content is how do I get started in doing video? Now I want to put a disclaimer here and just tell you that I am not an expert in video. In fact, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I do this style called talking head, where basically I sit in front of my camera and I talk directly into the lens. There's no fancy B-roll, there are no fancy transitions, you don't see words floating on up in here except the captions that go across the bottom. So if you're looking for expert advice on how to edit videos and do all that kind of fancy stuff, I'm not your guy. But what I've done is tagged a few people in the comments below who are killing it in doing video, and I know if you connect with them and you consume their content and you reach out to them, they'd be more than happy to help you to get more to that expert level. But if you're just getting started out, or maybe you're already doing video and you're wondering how do I just go to that next level, I have a few tips for you. And the first is this: if you're starting out, just start with what you have. Your cell phone has an awesome camera built into it that you can do high quality video just right here on your phone. So basically lean back, point the camera at yourself and start shooting. This is going to be a decent enough video for you to get started, where you don't have to invest a lot of time and a lot of money into doing video. And this will help you to see if video is something that you want to continue with. Now, if you're already doing that and you're like me and you talk with your hands, so you need your hands free, or you've noticed that when you hold it like this, your camera kind of bounces a little bit, the second tip I have for you is to get one of these. This is a cell phone tripod that I got off of Amazon for like $10 to $15, and it really helps with stabilizing your video and kind of setting it somewhere so that you can talk with your hands, you can move around, and your camera isn't shaking all over the place. So get on Amazon, pick yourself up one of these. Tip number 3 is really to determine where do you want to shoot your video. Now, you've probably noticed some people shoot video in their cars. Some of them, like myself, do it somewhere in your house. This is my home office. Some people do it while they're walking. Just choose an area where you want to shoot your video and be creative. Change it up once in a while. Now, I will put another disclaimer here and say you've probably noticed I don't change up the location of my videos, and that's because this little map on the back wall here, this is part of my brand. So anytime you see a video from me, you're gonna see that map in the background, and that's what I want. I don't want to take my camera and walk down the street and hold it and do video that way. I want this map in the background. So choose where you want to record. Tip number 4, kind of think through what you want to say before you turn the camera on. If you're anything like me, when that camera is on and the little light is blinking and you're staring at yourself in the lens, you either get tongue-tied and stammer a lot and you kind of lose all thought, or you start rambling on and on and on. And so if you just take a few minutes and think through beforehand what you want to say, you'll come out more confident, more passionate, more energetic in your video, because you're not stammering, you're not saying and thinking all that kind of stuff. You'll know what you want to say. Tip number 5, so this goes again with tip number 4, if you need it, use cue cards. What you don't see right now is right beneath my camera, I have a notepad and I have all the tips listed out here, because I know myself when I get talking, I'm gonna forget what those tips are. So it gives me a chance to just quickly look down, see what the next point is, and move on, which you probably just noticed I just did. So tip number 6, you need captions. The majority of people who are going to consume your video are not going to be consuming it when they can actually listen to it. They're gonna be at work, they're gonna be at the grocery store, they're gonna have accidentally left their earbuds at home, and so you wanna make sure you have captions so that more people can consume your content. Now, I use a platform called Temi, and the reason I use it is it's super cheap and super fast and very accurate to get the transcriptions up. I can quickly edit it to make sure everything looks good, export it, and it's easy and cheap and fast, and that's what I like in my captions. And number 7, have some fun with it. I mean, I know like I'm just sitting here and talking to the camera, but you've probably noticed I move around a lot and I talk with my hands and stuff, and I get excited and I get passionate because this is fun. I enjoy it. And I know some people, you're afraid when you turn the camera on, and I was that way too, but you just need to understand you are talking to someone else. See it that way, that I am just having a conversation with you individually. And when that happens, when I have that mindset, man, I get energetic, you start seeing my hands moving, and I get excited. And so those are 7 tips that will help you to get started in producing videos for LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, wherever it is that you're going to be putting videos. As always, there is a resource that is linked in the comments below that will kind of give you a checklist of some things to think through as you start doing videos, and just a few resources like Temi that will be in that resource too, so you have some tools that you can get started with. But as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below or shoot me a message. I am more than happy to help you get started in video. And for those of you who are already doing video, I'd love to hear your tips too. Let us know in the comments below what tips you would give to a newbie who is considering making the step into video. And until tomorrow, when I have another great tip for you, I hope you all have an awesome day.